They held as women's sports were about fairness. That women fought for these spaces because they wanted a level playing field. Real competition, real rules, and the chance to earn respect on equal terms. And honestly, I think a lot of them believe that. Some of them still do. You've got women like Sophie Cunningham and Riley Gaines saying those categories exist for a reason. That women's sports were built for women because fairness and safety aren't just talking points. They're the entire foundation. What fascinated me wasn't that women started pointing out the obvious. It was how efficiently the spotlight moved. Sophie Cunningham and Riley Gaines defended women's sports, yet somehow they became the story instead. Almost nobody wanted to argue about the advantage itself. It was far easier to argue about the women who acknowledged it, leaving the beneficiary of the whole arrangement standing quietly on the podium. But foundations have a way of becoming inconvenient when the story people want to tell starts to change. I looked at the rules a little differently. I wasn't winning where I came from. The competition was tougher, the podium wasn't waiting for me. And I realized I didn't have to beat the people I used to compete against anymore. I just had to qualify somewhere else. People keep insisting it isn't about winning, but I've never really understood that. Of course it's about winning. That's why there are races, trophies, medals, and first-place finishes. If winning didn't matter, none of those things would exist. When women continued pointing out the obvious, almost nobody wanted to debate whether there was an advantage. Instead, they debated the women who said there was. Somehow, the people defending women's sports became the problem, while the person benefiting from the rules was treated as beyond criticism. It's an interesting double standard. We celebrate women when they're inspirational, at least when they're useful to the story, but criticize them when they insist the rules actually mean something. We champion women's rights right up until those rights interfere with an outcome people have already been conditioned to want. Then came the podium. The cameras, the medal first place. It was wonderful, magnificent. Really close enough to everything I couldn't earn without a little doublethink and a little hypocrisy. Culture really is a funny thing. Truth deals in absolutes, reality deals in common sense. But culture has an incredible ability to evolve around feelings. I remember thanking the women, and I genuinely meant it. Not just the women I was competing against, but all the women who stopped believing what those categories were for in the first place. Because if it weren't for them, I never would have won first place. Not because I suddenly became better, because I couldn't win where I came from. So I entered the women's.